Yeah, good morning. Harry Starbuck and Paul Fitzgerald, two good fighters. Mickey May, good fighters. Was it Colombo, good fighters. Danny Chippendale, good fighters. All them people, Lloyd Wolfram and all good fighters, mate. They never got much recognition. I mean, Harry Starbuck, good fighter. Harry never got more publicity like Lenny did. I don't know. I know Roy Shaw beat Harry Starbuck, but he should have got more recognition. Harry, I like to make good fighter. The only reason why I mean, Lenny McLean. Listen, people say I run him down. I don't run Lenny down. What Lenny's done in his life, mate, he's done really well. Got into films and all that. He wasn't no good in the boxing ring. I'm not running him down. But he had 13 fights or 12 fights, and I think he got beat 7 times. That's not very a good record for a guy. But when he got big, when he got to about 22, 23 stone, then he was going forward. But then he got into the film game, didn't he? Without Frankie Warren, Lenny wouldn't have been that Lenny McLean, and maybe without Lenny McLean, Frankie Warren would have been Frankie Warren. But Frankie Warren, when he done the film Box On and other things, Frank always had the papers around him, cameras and all that, so he went forward. Yeah, Joe Pyle, Alex Steen, they were the same. They had cameras behind them, but it didn't go so forward. It wasn't really that bothered. Joe Pyle, proper gangster. Alex Steen, Ray Bender, they were more interested in boxing than Joe in a way. Alex Steen, Ray Bender tried to get hold of me to turn pro when I come out of prison, but because of my violence, I never could get a license. But that's life, isn't it? That's why I got involved in the unlicensed fighting. But it's a shame that all us people that I just mentioned at the beginning of my podcast or video, that all us never really got much recognition I mean, when I fought, the two Paddock, Sid Paddock, Kevin Paddock, the two brothers, that'd have been fantastic on film, But as I say, there wasn't none of that. There wasn't none of that. Even I think that was maybe for Eddie Richardson one or Terry Coombs. I'm not quite sure who that was for, but that was a Cats Whisker Streatham. One was in Guildford, But if that had been public on the telly, that'd been fantastic, mate. That'd have been really good fights. They was good fights. The fight I had with Brian Hall, that was on Box On. I'm trying to get hold of the guy who done Box On. I want that film. I mean, I'll straight away, I'll put it on YouTube, and it was a good fight, mate. Me and Brian Hall had a good fight, and I'm gutted that he never got more show than what he did. I mean, a couple of seconds it was all over, wasn't it? But fair play to Colombo. Colombo. Listen, mate, I like Colombo. Colombo, he was entitled to get that. He was always down the Beckett, even though the Beckett was across the road. He was in there 6 days a week. He was him, Danny Chippendale, and Brian Hall used to box at Harry Starbuck's pub every Sunday. Always, there was always fighting. So maybe it was just a love to fight. Brian Hall, who I thought was a good fighter, mate. He was just one of them people that you could hit with a sledgehammer and never knock him over, And I can bang, and I caught him some good punches, and he never went. One time I caught my good left hook. I thought it was definitely going to go over, and he just kept coming. You know what I mean? So this guy could take a bang. Brian, all good fighter, mate. I don't know if he's still alive. I've got another mate of mine, Barry, hoping that he'd be able to get hold of Brian. I want to try and get hold of the film, it'd be nice to get that, me and Brian. It'd be nice to get that film. Anyway, Harry Starbuck, mate, there should have been more on him. I mean, he fought Roy Shaw. I thought that when he fought Roy Shaw was on telly. I'm not quite sure if it was. I'm not quite sure, look at me. But Joe Pyle, he wasn't like Lenny McLean, like Frankie Warren. I thought he'd have been a bit more into taking pictures of people and films and all that, filming and all that game. When I used to fight under the car parks for Joe, there wasn't none of that. There wasn't no big cameras there or nothing. You know what I mean? It's a shame, really. It's a shame. All the fights that I've had, it's never really been on camera. Harvey Social Club, never been on camera. Cat's Whiskers, never been on camera. Guildford, never been on cameras. It's a shame. All them fights, all them old fights used to have with people, good fights, mate. Really, really good fights, you know what I mean? And we miss all that, you know. I missed all that. And Lenny, as I say, Lenny was lucky because he was with Frankie Warren. Frankie Warren later on became a fantastic promoter, like he is today. It's only through Lenny that put him there, and Frankie Warren put Lenny where he got. But you know, Frankie Warren got into it at the right time, and he knew what he was doing, mate. He knew what he was doing. Fair play to the guy, you know what I mean? I have a big respect to Frankie Warren for how he come up, you know. 1 minute you're just an unlicensed fighter promoter, the next minute you're fighting big fights, you know, for the Boxing Board of Control. It's fantastic what he was doing. He's done, Frankie Warren. Vic Andretti, he went, then I think he went to Spain, died in Spain, Vic. I used to fight in his pub, the Ring pub. I like Vic, another good fighter, Vic Andretti. He was with Frankie Warren. Frank Warren just hit it at the right time, you know. Fair play to him, mate. I really respect him for that. You know, and I went to actor myself, had 2 promotions myself, and I should have went forward from that time, started promoting more fights, but craziness, money takes over, big time child potatoes, and all you do is want to get yourself nicked, put in prison. And the more time you do in prison, so the older you get. And when you come out of prison, you're too old to do this, you're too old to do that, yeah? But all you like, to lose 30 odd years of your life in prison, mate, 30 years of your life or more, you know, it's crazy to lose all that time. You know what I mean? Like, I lost all that with my mum. It's mad, mate. Lost that time with my mum, my dad, my family. To lose all that time. For what? For nothing, mate. What you got? You got nothing. Now, I've got everything and got nothing, really. I've got everything I want, but I want my families, and I ain't got that. Fucking crazy, man, crazy. You know, and I don't. Kids out there, or people out there who are thinking about doing big gangsterism and villainy, yeah. Fair play to you, mate. Do it, but listen, the consequences are no good. The consequences at the end of the day, when you're doing something yourself, is very rarely you get nicked. When you start doing things with 2 or 3 people, your chances of getting nicked are 100% or 95% of getting nicked, mate. So, you know, people have got to be a bit sensible. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. You know, try to go work, earn your money. Do you know what I hated going to work. I loved the market. I loved the fruit market because the fruit market was a place where I learned to fight. You know, I didn't learn to fight, but I could become a better fighter in the cobbles. Down to Colin Cracknell, Martin Worsfold, Terry Woods, Derek Pearce, Ginger Carlisle, the Wellses. All them people taught me a lot, yeah? Taught me how to fight. And, you know, and to have them people behind you, mate, is so good. You know, as a kid, you know, you think, nah, you know, if you want to fight, all right, and you've got heart to fight, you can't get better people than them to teach you to fight properly. You know, bob, weave, duck and dive, you know what I mean, and throw punches correctly. You know, a lot of people don't throw punches correctly, mate, but, you know, it's a good thing, mate, to learn how to throw a punch correctly. I'm just like, when I see that fight with Brian, me and Brian fighting, I thought, well, mate, you know what I mean? I was gutted. it gutted me. It really gutted me. So I see that and I thought to myself, what have we done? You know what I mean? What have we done with our lives? Because when you see people like Freddie Foreman in there, and you think, wow, man, fuck me. Look how young he is. You know what I mean? You don't realise how young I was fighting. You know, it's mad, mate. You know, and I'd love to go back to those days, yeah, and maybe grow up a little bit instead of being a kid and being big time Charlie Potatoes and wanting to be a gangster. It's no good, mate. No good, you know. No good. And it's like my mate the other day was saying to me that most of these big gangsters are being in prison, mate, and they come out to nothing. And the ones you don't hear about, they're Keiko. The gangsters you don't hear about, they're absolutely got fortunes. And all these big time Charlie gangsters that you hear about have got nothing, mate. They got nothing. You know, they come out to nothing. You know, I come out to nothing. And lots of people come out to nothing, mate, go in prison. Everybody takes their money, come out to nothing. I don't know what I'm going into this one. Come on, it's one again. Madness. But anyway, it's about my mate Harry Starbuck. It's about my mate Danny Chippendale, Columbo, Paul Fitzgerald, Mickey May. I mean, fucking hell, mate. All them fighters going back. Lloyd Waltham, some great fighters. Columbo, some great fighters, mate. And they're all dead. And all dead, nearly all of them are dead now, you know. And it's a shame. I'm back maybe the last ones left of the fighters, you know. It's mad. It's fucking hell, you know what I mean? Is it? And I don't think sometimes I last any longer. longer. You know, no, I love my life, man. I love training. I love to train every day, do what I do, go in the gym, chuck my weights about. Couple of months, I'm going to be banging on the bag, bashing that bag up, and maybe I might challenge this John Fury. Everybody else is challenging John Fury, why not me, yeah? He can't refuse me. I'm 73 years of age. He can't refuse me, mate. You know, he might think I'm a walkover. So he might go, yeah, I'll have some of that. You know, you got my old mate, do you know what? I'm murdering names. Sorry. You got Mickey Theo, yeah? I mean, Mickey Theo's come back on the scene. Fair play to Mick. Mickey Theo was the first one ever to challenge Johnny Fury. And Mickey Theo challenged him for about 2 years. Went down to Manchester, put balls up and all this, that and the other. And then everybody else got on it, didn't they? Who was the first one? Joe Eden. Oh, Joe. People are going to go, I don't know who he is, you know. But Big Joe, I mean, for me to see Big Joe, meet Big Joe, and all that. Now Joe's involved with John, and then he got the best fighter ever, really, is Mike Tyson and John Fury. I mean, there's no way that he could fight Mike Tyson. It wouldn't even happen. I mean, that's ridiculous. It wouldn't happen. I don't think Mike Tyson would even be able to fight Big Joe Egan. No way. No way. Mike Tyson's too powerful, and the way he punches, Mike could kill you. He could kill you, mate. You're gonna get Mike Tyson hit you on the chin. At their age now, I should imagine you could die easy. Joe Egan, he wouldn't get him with Mike Tyson. You got maybe Mickey Theo. I can't see Mickey Theo fighting. He says he wants to fight Joe Egan. I can't see Mickey Theo fighting Joe Egan. Joe Egan would be too powerful for him, too big for him. He wouldn't stand a chance. But it should have happened between him and John Fury. without a shadow of a doubt. Even John Fury, of anybody that's now John Fury's challenged, the only person that he should have got in the ring with now would be Mickey Theo. Mickey Theo deserves that spot. Mickey Theo deserves to go to wherever where they're going to fight. Yeah, he deserves to be there and to get in that ring with John Fury. Mickey Theo should get in there because they pushed him aside. Everybody's pushed him aside, Mickey Theo, and yet Mickey Theo was the first one ever to put it on John. You know, it just died a death, but he was the first one. And if John Fury wants to challenge people for whatever reason, he should challenge Mickey Theo again and get it on, yeah? He should do, without a shadow of a doubt. Anyway, bang, bang, row, nice one.